And a new revelation about domestic surveillance by the U.S. government. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that U.S. Marshals have been using small planes to intercept cell phone signals and collect caller data. The planes are outfitted with special devices known as Dirtboxes, named after the DRT, or Digital Receiver Technology Division of Boeing, that manufactures them. The devices mimic normal cell phone towers, and this tricks your cell phone into connecting with them instead of the actual tower. That means your cell phone hands over its registration information and allows the interceptors to collect data on your phone. Though authorities may be targeting a specific suspect, all phone calls in the area are swept up in the operation. The program, originally developed by the military back in the 90s for foreign intelligence work, reportedly operates out of 5 airports with a flight range that covers pretty much most of the population in the United States. Now, authorities can collect the data of tens of thousands of users in just a single flight, though sources claim that non-targeted data is supposedly discarded. Now, the Justice Department has neither confirmed nor denied the existence of this project, stating that any comment on it would, quote, allow criminal defendants and criminal enterprises or foreign powers to determine our capabilities and limitations in this area.
Now, another surprise that is making its way through the Senate this week is a so-called NSA Reform bill. It was written by Democratic Senator Patrick Leahy, and it's supported by Ted Cruz. Now, the bill purports to rein in NSA's ability to monitor the communications of Americans. However, Senator Rand Paul says it's too weak, and he notes that it will, in fact, extend the sunset clause on the Patriot Act, which is the very legislation under which the NSA has justified mass domestic spying. Now, Paul says that he's going to oppose the bill unless the Patriot Act provision is removed and the reforms strengthened to properly restrict the NSA's collecting and carrying out this bulk collection of Americans' phone records. Now, we all know how Paul feels about drones, but how does he feel about the Justice Department's use of secret cell phone dragnet surveillance? Now, this is a program that's been in operation since 2007 by the U.S. Marshals Service, and it uses Cessna aircraft with devices that emulate cell phone towers. They're flown out of 5 metropolitan airports, and this gives the planes the ability to cover most of the United States. Now, the Wall Street Journal report says that the program is intended to track the movement of suspected drug dealers. In the process, of course, however, data on thousands of people that are not under investigation or subject to court wiretapping warrants is collected. So basically, these planes trick your phone into connecting with their strong signal, and they just sweep up all of your data. So much for that Fourth Amendment. But maybe they're going to be able to do away with all of these tracking devices soon to track all the evildoers, right? Los Angeles police are already employing pre-crime tools to know when the bad guys are likely to strike. Now, they're using a program dubbed Laser for its ability to zero in on offenders and hotspots, and it's one of many newer law enforcement tools that use data tracking and collection, such as license plate scanners and cell phone trackers, often with little public knowledge or regulation. Privacy advocates say Laser isn't transparent, has no clear oversight, and unjustly focuses on keeping ex-convicts under suspicion even though they've served their time. Laser also uses Palantir technology to speed up the process of building a dossier on criminals. And as we've reported, Palantir data crunches the way that all of us use technology to look into you. So let's see if that is something that's been really dealt with in this new supposed NSA regulating bill that's being passed through the Senate, trying to be rushed through the Senate while there's all this other chaos going on no one really has the time to pay attention to. But, you know, maybe since they're doing all of this, we can do away with the TSA. Now that they're working with pre-crime, we have no use for the contrived security theater that is the TSA, right?
Another huge heads up here when it comes to spying, being tracked, and all your data being monitored 24/7 any way they can get it in this police state. called America. Now, the DOJ has been exposed here using cell phone towers, fake cell phone towers, on Cessna planes to spy on Americans. Now, we've heard about the fake cell phone towers across the country, but now we have proof that they've been equipping small Cessna aircraft with these towers or these antennas and flying them from 5 different airports. They're using a device made by Digital Recovery Technology Incorporated, a subsidiary of Boeing. And when you go on asking questions, the officials here, when they were questioned, neither confirmed or denied the existence of such a program. And this is inexcusable. I mean, this is beyond privacy issues. I mean, they're basically just flying right over your home and they're picking up every single thing around and recording all of it. You see, catching all of it. And then a computer will go through with the technology we have and pick up key names or words that are said. And then they'll go tapping into your stuff from there. This is what they're doing. And although they're not going to admit nor deny it, some think that some judges in this country are signing off on things and they really don't know or realize the extent of what the things they're signing off for are meant for. Now, as you can see here, a Justice Department official came out and said discussing the technology would tip off criminals in foreign powers to what the U.S. is capable of. It tries to state that all the programs they have run with federal law. Well, I'm going to tell you guys this much. They're flying around right over your house trying to tap everything. And they don't want anyone to know it. They don't want to tip off criminals or foreign powers. But truth be told, they don't want anyone to realize this. Because they're taking all of our data. And that's the truth. So, after seeing this, you might think twice when you look up and see one of these Cessnas circling. What are they really up to?